All right, so we are back, and today's interview is a special one because I've gotten most of the fighters for the Showstar card, but I hadn't gotten any coaches yet. And not only did I get a coach, I have the coach for not only the co-main, but the main event fighters from the UK on March 5th. Showstar Boxing, by the way, get that pay-per-view. It's on sale now. But that is right. I'm talking about Daley Perales, a.k.a. the Daley Effect, the brother of King Kenny. He is a high-level boxing coach with pros in his gym, which means Kenny and Deji are getting some of that experience as well. But he was nice enough to take some time out of his day and speak to yours truly. So without any further ado, I give you episode 4 of The Road to Showstar with Daley Perales. A former high-level pro boxer, high-level, massive pro boxer. But not only that, he is now a current high-level, up-and-coming world championship, possibly training head coach in the UK. He is newer to the YouTube game, but an OG in the boxing game. Folks, I'm talking to Daley Perales, the Daley Effect. What's up, Daley? How you doing, man?
What's up, Wade, man? It's good to be here and chat to you. Yeah, I was talking to my brother and he was showing me a lot of stuff. I come across your videos, and yeah, the first thing I noticed is that like you know your stuff as well. And I only talk to people that know their stuff, you know.
Okay, well, listen, I appreciate that, man. Truly, anytime I'm in front of like guys like you, Daley, I was in front of BJ Flores. I'm humbled, man, because this is the knowledge of boxing that I want to get to. This is the level that you guys present is something that I don't think I can ever attain. So that stuff is really humbling. I appreciate it, man. But listen, enough with the lovey-dovey, okay? I got some questions for you. The first one is I wanted to talk to you about your beginnings in boxing, right? Your not only entry into the sport, but your rise through the sport and how you became such a high-level pro, and then that transition to now being a high-level head coach. If people don't know, you're training undefeated fighters. You're training guys that have potential runs in the future at world titles. Talk to me about this journey in boxing and how it's led you to become the Daley Effect, what you are now.
You know, it's been a long road, man. It all started from when I was like 2 years old. You know, I actually got raised in foster homes. I stayed with 14 different families. So I know what hardship is about. I know what dedication is about because I've had to, you know, do things for myself from an early age. But as I was coming up as a kid, my older brothers, they were pro fighters. Me being younger, I was looking at them and thinking, I want to do some of that.
Yeah.
So I was really good at football as well. So I was really talented at football. But my mind drifted to boxing. And I think maybe the reason why it drifted to boxing is because boxing is a one-man sport. I mean, you can have your coaches teaching you, you can have your coaches motivating you, but at the end of the day, when that bell rings, you're on your own. All these things play a little part, but these are all lessons that I give to my professional boxers. I say, listen, this is what I done at an early age. And I don't want you making I won't say mistake, but I don't want you going down that same road. I want you to focus on your career because boxing is very dangerous. So you need to be 100% focused. And it's a short career as well. It's not a job where you retire at 65 years of age with a pension. You got to give it all for a short space of time. But I always tell my boxers, just give it everything you have now. And like Muhammad Ali says, suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion.
No, I agree. I think that, again, I hope people are listening. I hope people are listening because it's one thing for me to say stuff like this, right? But it's another when we have a seasoned professional, a guy that is day in and day out working on the next wave of high-level prospects. And then, and this is kind of where we're going to transition to the YouTube boxing, you spoke about being, a father sometimes to these kids in some way. And let's talk about family. You've now taken on King Kenny in your boxing camp. Again, not something that let's be honest, you didn't have to do this. No. That is family. And you looked out for your family. Talk to me about getting into this YouTube boxing scene and why you decided to do it.
Well, the funny thing is, you said about family, I'm very harsh with that word when it comes to boxing. Because I told Kenny from day one, listen, I'm a very busy man. And if we're going to do this, we're doing this for real. We're not doing it for YouTube. You know what I mean? So Kenny, when he come to me, he literally didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the growth, and we'll talk about it, but you watch the one video, and there's just, there's not a lot of footage on guys, and for good reason, but the one video you did see of Kenny before he was with you, it was a little rough. We'll say that. It was a little rough. So talk to me about that growth, man.
Just down to the small details of, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm obsessed with details. So I remember the first day I was getting him to just stand. I had a rope tied from one rope to the other rope, but low to the floor. And I got him to stand on a stance so that rope is in between his legs and get him in the right stance. And all I simply done is get him to go up and down that line, moving with rhythm. Let me tell you, when he first done it, I thought, what is this, man? You're meant to have soul in your body. You're meant to know how to dance. And you are so stiff. It's unbelievable. So just even that took time to develop, his rhythm. It took time to develop his jab, because one thing about me, when I used to fight, when my brothers used to fight, my other older brothers, one thing is we all had a great jab. Because
best weapon in boxing.
Is the best punch in boxing. It's the weapon. You can literally win fights with just that one hand. So Kenny's jab now, it is sharp. It is sharp. And what's so deceiving about Kenny as well is he's got such a long reach, but it doesn't look like he has one. But when you're standing in front of him, like, he can ping you from out of range, with that jab. So
it's something I saw in just the little bits and pieces that I saw, I was like, something's sticking out. I kept watching. I'm like, Kenny's jab, he's not being able to be touched. It doesn't look like he's much taller or much longer than his opponents in some of these spars, but he's got a great reach, and he knows how to. And that's another thing. Not only does he have a decent reach, but he's understanding now, with your help, how to use it. It's such a hard thing to teach.
Understanding is a big part, because even with my pro fighters, they would tell you themselves, is a lot of our training is not just being in the ring, being on pads, right? It's not just about shadow boxing. Another thing, shadow boxing is a lost art. That is, like, for me, the number one thing where you perfect your skills.
But no, it's a lost art. And when you talk about Kenny and his improvement over such a short period of time, what did you guys do to focus and hone in on his strengths? What did you see as his strengths outside of his reach to be able to facilitate that growth as quickly as it's been?
Well, bad news for Temperrr, because the first thing that I realized was the strength and power that he has. And I said to myself, if I can get him to use that power in it intelligently, not to always rely on that power, but use it when he needs it, set up that power in the right way, behind jabs, behind feints, behind level changes, behind footwork. And then I said to myself, listen, not just Temperrr, any YouTuber, because it is going to be in trouble. I'm trying to get Kenny to, fight eventually people like Jake Paul.
Yeah. If you're not in this game to get to the highest level, why are you in it, right? It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. If Kenny does things the right way and he makes noise when he's doing it and he puts on great performances, and then it will only lead to that, because Jake Paul is going to need opponents. And I can't see him fighting real undefeated professional boxers, So, that was the first thing I saw, because I even got in with my brother and just had a little move around. And even though he didn't really know what he was doing at first when he first started, when he hit me, like, even to the body, I was like, I better stay a bit switched on here and give him a little bit of respect, because he's got some power on him.
Yeah.
Serious power.
Speaking of that power that Kenny is showing, obviously in the sparring room, you guys are working. What are your thoughts on Kenny's opponent, Temperrr, and what you've seen of him? I saw some things where you said, listen, he might have a MMA background, he might have a capoeira and Muay Thai background, but this is boxing.
I think he said a comment actually, where he said, because I said, this ain't martial arts, it's boxing. And then he was like, boxing is martial arts. It's been around for the 1900s or whatever he said. And I was like, okay, smart ass. All right, fine. But at the end of the day, we don't go around calling it martial arts. We call it boxing at the end of the day. So listen, I haven't seen much on Temperrr. The little clips I've seen, if he does try to fight like that against my brother, then he's in serious trouble. Because I've got a very good eye for boxing. Even like, you know, we move on like with Deji and stuff. But even when I saw clips of Wassabi, they can't fool me with all those snippets of promo stuff. Because in those snippets, I can see every detail of what's going on and where he can get exposed. Okay, would I like to see more? I would like to see more. Now, where I give respect to Temperrr and Wassabi is, I don't care who you are, boxing is a dangerous sport.
Absolutely.
Okay, you can die in the ring, you know?
Absolutely.
So even little kids I train, I tell them that from day one. I don't sugarcoat anything because I want kids to know what you're getting yourself in for, you know? Because not everyone can do boxing. Not everyone can do boxing. It takes a lot of heart, will, desire, sacrifice. You have to be selfish when it comes to friends and everything like that. So that's where I do give Temperrr and Wassabi respect for getting in the ring. You're putting your reputation on the line in front of thousands of people to go and entertain a fan base. So Temperrr, Phaser, you have my respect on that. But as in fighting goes, I train people to kill, man. And that, you know, kill with intelligence. Kill with intelligence.
Right.
This ain't a street fight. This ain't a pub brawl fight, a corner fight. This is boxing. So I train them accordingly, train them to be intelligent with the mind, intelligent with the feet, intelligent with the hands, intelligent with their head movement, intelligent with the inside work, even inside work. And not a lot of people teach that stuff. I teach the dirty stuff as well, because it gets rough in there. People put their elbows in your face, give you low blows. And I always say to my fighters, if someone gives you a low blow, you do it back. If someone was to put a forearm under your chin, you put a forearm under your chin. If they want to be dirty, then you're going to be dirty. So I teach that stuff too. So what I'm saying is, if Temperrr and Wassabi think they're going to rock up to the UK, step in that ring, and it's going to be a walk in the park, and then I don't think they realize who they're messing with. Because on my side of things as a coach, the teaching, I can teach you boxing all day long. The other side I want to see the heart, I want to see the grit, that will to never quit, that you can stand there in the fire and go to war. And that's what I install in my fighters, that we are the best and we are going to suffer. And no matter what, I told Deji and Kenny actually the other day, I said to them, and I keep telling them every day, I said, on March 6th, I don't want you to wake up and you be sitting there and go, oh, I could have easily won that fight. I could have done this. I could have done that. Why didn't I do it? I don't want them to do that. I want them to wake up March 6th knowing that they put it all on the line and they left it all in that ring, so we can enjoy ourselves. I don't know. We might even take a trip to Vegas and go and celebrate.
There you go. There you go. I love it, man. I love it. What I want to talk about now that we've talked about Kenny's opponent and what happens in that fight, how do you see this fight with Deji and Alex going, and what makes you confident in Deji to come out and get this victory?
Well, the advantage that I think both of them have, Kenny and Deji, is that they're surrounded by my pro fighters. And as I said, my pro fighters are animals. They're killers, man. They're future world champions. So to be in and around that every day and see how they train and see the dedication that they put into boxing, I think this is only benefiting them for the fight. Because I tell Deji, I tell Kenny, like, this ain't freaking Canelo you're fighting, you know. This is freaking Wassabi. Are you gonna be scared to fight bloody Wassabi? Are you gonna be scared to fight bloody Temperrr? They're nothing, man. You know, Wassabi, what's he having his first fight?
He's had a couple spars, but this is his first actual fight.
But he official fight.
Yes.
Okay, Temperrr, his first official fight. He might have had some kickboxing stuff back in the day or whatever.
Right.
But this is his first official boxing fight. So I'm trying to install in them, like, listen, enjoy the moment. Forget about all the negative stuff. Be positive, man. This is your moment. This is your time. They're coming over to the UK. They're in your house. Yeah, every punch you throw, the fans are going to be screaming for you. Even the punches that don't land clean, the fans are going to be screaming for you. You're going to be walking into the ring second. You know, you got everything on your side going for you. All you have to do is go in there, have fun, and put it all on the line so you don't wake up Sunday morning and be like, oh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? So I've been planting in their head that this Wassabi, this ain't Canelo, this ain't Floyd Mayweather. This is not professional boxing, right? You're going in against people your own bloody level.
I'm excited to see you there on March 5th. I need to know this, though, Daley. I need to know predictions for this fight. What do you think Kenny goes in there and does? Do you see a stoppage out of him? And also for Deji.
Listen, he's been sparring people that have got more experience than him and hurting them badly. Like, I've had people come in the gym thinking they're sparring a YouTuber, it's going to be easy, right, this and that. As soon as they get hit with one jab, just a jab, they're like, one sparring partner got out of the ring and said, he ain't a YouTuber, you know, for example. So I expect them, as I said, because I teach boxing to have intelligence, not to go in there and go swinging arms and go into war.
Yeah.
But I expect knockouts in this fight. I expect them to absolutely humiliate and annihilate Temperrr and Wassabi and make them regret even thinking about wanting to step in the ring as boxers or stepping on a plane to come over here in the UK. And this is what I expect, because I expect a lot from myself and I expect a lot of the people I train.
Yeah.
If there's no ifs, but if they wake up Sunday morning with regrets, man, I'm going to be the most pissed off coach there is. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, man. It's a reflection of you, right? At the end of the day, their talent, their skill, their dedication, their determination is a reflection of you. And that's why I see so much passion out of you, because it's basically you putting all of your effort, all of your time into these two, and you know, the results will speak.
Just show some grit in that fight. Just put it all on the line.
Yeah.
You know, whatever happens on Saturday, March 5th, just show me that you want to be there. As a coach, I want to see that you want to be there and you're willing to suffer and go through anything in that fight to come out on top. That's all I want to see. And then I'll be a proud coach. You know what I mean? Good luck to Wassabi. Good luck to Temperrr. I've got nothing personal against them. But when you're stepping the ring against fighters that I train, it's only going to end one way, man. So, Deji, King Kenny, don't freaking let me down.
That's it, man. We'll leave it right there. Some actual stone cold predictions from our man Daley. Daley, last thing, by the way, where can people find you? On Instagram, on socials. Talk to me about where they can find you and what you're doing in your gym, man. I'll give you a chance to shout out your stuff.
Yeah, so obviously my base is Rathbone Boxing Club, very nice gym. That's my base.
Beautiful gym, by the way. Beautiful gym.
Yeah, that's where I train all my fighters. But me personally, obviously, it's the Daley Effect boxing on Instagram, the Daley Effect. And it's not Daily like every day. It's Daley, the Daley Effect, daily grind, daily dedication, daily everything.
That's right. I mean, that's right.
And YouTube is the Daley Effect TV.
There we go. There we go. There he is, folks. Daley Perales. He is the head coach of not only your co-main, but main event fighters representing the UK. Make sure you buy those tickets. Showstar Boxing on March 5th. Make sure you buy that pay-per-view if you can't make it to the venue. But, Daley, man, I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you so much for the interview.
Can't wait to meet you, bro.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
you know what?
it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna let's just say after the fights, we're gonna have a good time.
Wassabi Temperrr, get ready.